2. We're going to talk a little bit about how to read the PageRank and page authority and domain authority in Kraken. The new feature being added is that now we pull domain authority and page authority. And Sue's going to talk about how this improvement affects how you read this area, the white paper in Kraken. So let's just jump right in, Sue. Explain how you love this enhancement and how it clarifies which, stuff that might have been a little bit unclear before for some people.
Right, so it's been apparent to me for quite a while that PageRank is only telling part of the story, because you'll oftentimes see a scenario like this where you've got a lower PageRank in the #1 slot and then a higher PageRank page that sits beneath it. And part of that has to do with the actual theming, the on-page factors and the off-page factors that represent the theming to it, but that's not the whole story either, because you get down here to something like this where you've got a PageRank of -1 sitting between a PageRank 2, and underneath that is a PageRank 4, and so that's caused people to ask questions for quite a while now.
Yes.
And I feel like the domain authority and the page authority numbers sitting beside that start to tell a more complete story. So I thought maybe Jimmy might want to expand on that a little bit about how he would read the data as he's looking at these numbers sitting side by side.
I totally get where you're coming from. And before Jimmy starts, let me just clarify with you, Sue, as a neophyte or a beginner in terms of page authority. What I hear you saying is that not only in Kraken, but in other things I've noticed where there's, you might have a small page rank higher in the search engines where there's much larger page rank like below, which doesn't make sense because people associate higher page rank with higher ranking. What you're saying is this paints that story not only on the search engines but also in Kraken better, and that's what you're talking about now. Is that correct?
Correct, because oftentimes you'll see a page has just recently shot to the top on the SERPs, on the Google SERPs, and you come into the white paper and you take a look at why, and it's showing that as being a PR -1, which means it hasn't been evaluated yet.
Oh,
right?
gotcha. That's what the -1 means.
Yeah, and -1 hasn't been evaluated, and PageRank 0 means that it actually has no PageRank. And oftentimes you'll see either a -1 or a 1. Typically you don't see the zeros in the #1 spot, but you'll see something that's just extremely low PageRank in the #1 position. You just sit there and scratch your head going, how the heck are they outranking me when I have a PageRank 3 and they got a PageRank 1 and it's a brand new page?
Exactly.
So this starts to fill that story out.
Gotcha. And so Jimmy's going to, hey, Jimmy, give us, you're just like an expert at this. And I mean, in fact, that contradiction is one of the reasons why quite a while back you started going for PageRank and you realized domain authority and PageRank matter. So let's hear you weigh in on this.
Yeah, sure, Russell. It became incredibly important. I mean, if you know me, I've been in a lot of competitive niches, and
oh yeah.
When a lot of the rumors started going out where SEO is dead and things, I started really taking a closer look at the analytics behind what was going on in the SERPs. And specifically, I noticed that Google's really trying to flush out, SEO sites. What do SEOs traditionally do? They'll send links only to the home page, or they send links to maybe 2 or 3 pages. Where, in essence, from what we covered earlier, if you notice, the more trusted links you have going to more pages in your domain, the stronger that domain authority is going to be. And that update was part of the payday loans update that happened, I think, about 1.5 years ago.
Right.
And so I really started shifting my gear more towards domain authority at that point and realized that I could start ranking in these competitive niches again once I changed my focus from the PR. And there still are a lot of competitive niches out there where you have to have a certain amount of domain authority to even get on the front page. And what's powerful about this tool and what Kraken is showing now is you can scroll through these. You can see the top one has a domain authority 94. You have 100, 74, domain authority 77, 85. So when you're doing your analysis, I mean, in the past, people would be just paying attention to the page rank on this. But really, when you start looking at the PA and the DA of this, you know that you're going to have your work cut out for you as far as like ranking this, whereas before, if you're only paying attention to PR, you might think, oh, I just need to get up to maybe a PR4 to really get on this front page, which when you're adding in these extra metrics, you can really tell now that that's not the case.
Yeah, you can tell when that's a lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you go to an SEO firm and they're saying, all you need is a PageRank 3, oh, it's no big deal. And then there's like PageRank, there's like Page Authority 90 all in the, you're just like, you're not. Obviously, I know you wouldn't have PageRank 90, Page Authority 90 if it was a. But we'll be talking more and more. You guys will be training all of our students on how all this stuff works in the upcoming courses, right? As well as providing these kinds of tools. That's what excites me the most.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we wanted to give you a thumbnail view of what was going on and kind of an idea of how you can use this new data to figure out where you need to be in order to be able to rank. But we will be having an entire course over here on domain authority and explaining all the nuts and bolts about everything that's going to happen. We're going to have some crazy stuff. Actually, we're going to get on some webinars and do some videos.
Yep, Jimmy's got his plane ticket. He's on his way over here, and it's going to be an awesome course. I have been excited about this for almost 4 months now. So we've got that. Okay, great. All I can say, Sue, is just grab the Kraken screen again. Yeah. Thank you so much. I actually, because I'm around the developmental team, I know how much of a pain in the you-know-what this was to get implemented. So thank you. And Jimmy, thanks for thanks for giving the feedback and the consultative measures to make this tool better and better. Kraken just became the ultimate beast, in my opinion, just by virtue of the fact that the data is more accurate than anything else out there I've seen, let alone the fact that you can swallow your market whole. So thank you, guys, and this is going to be awesome. And by the way, those of you listening, go to domainauthority.stacking.com and sign up for the course, because I really do want to see you on the inside so you can get trained at the advanced levels of how to implement domain authority and how to think differently than 80 to 90% of the SEO firms out there, and just really start ranking for the more competitive pages and niches. Thank you so much, guys, and I guess we'll see everybody else on the inside.
Excellent. Thanks, Russ.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Sue. Goodbye.